Scorpio, how you doing? Good morning. Let's see what you have. We're going to changing a few things up for the weeklies, but I will explain towards the end. But at the moment, Jim, Julian, Jason, this is the end. It's the end of something. I feel like that you're facing an ending. I don't know. It could be the end of retrograde and all that sort of stuff, and then it starts to get better. So if you've really been struggling like myself, then it feels like that something is going to start to get better. Okay, yeah, that's what they keep saying. Something's going to get better. I'm feeling better than what I was. So if you've been feeling down in the dumps or something like that, okay, then you're going to start feeling better. And I think it's more planetary stuff, if I'm honest. Something to do with stuffed up, like bunged up or stuffed up, or something to do with can't breathe. You might be getting a CPAP like myself, and it might be something that will start to make you feel better once you get your appointment out of the way, Steve. But like something to do with like stuffed up, bunged up, fed up, can't be bothered. Definitely retrograde. I mean, anybody else out there, Scorpio, I've been really struggling, really struggling. Right, me definitely through the retrograde stuff and the moon and the Gemini part and the Saturn, and oh man, it has been hectic on energy levels. So I feel a lot of you have probably been really feeling that. And if you have, then they're saying that is going to soon start to get better. If you was like suffering through something, suddenly you start to feel better and get better at something, is what I'm hearing. Get better. Get well soon. Something to do with I'll see you soon, get well soon. I'll see you at a later date. So some of you, if you're a Scorpio, by the way, you can also watch this as an Aries and see if these messages are matching. Just the messages basically in the story, because it would relate to a 4. Okay. But yeah, like fairly wells, and I'll see you soon when you're better. So you might be like passing up on quite a few things and saying, look, when I get something sorted, or like when I get my CPAP sorted out, I'll probably end up feeling better, and then I'll rejoin. Also, so you might be rejoining something, you might be leaving something for a little while, and then rejoining. So if you're a part of a club or something like that, it's about rejoining, rejuvenating, Julian, Juice and Juju. I think with Vuju, Fiji. Some of you could be going to Fiji. Okay, but whatever it was that you were feeling bad, suddenly things start to wear off and you feel better. So don't worry if you've seen what I said around the Libra part. I'm not going to go into it again, everybody, but if you're worrying about anything dark energy, just watch the Libra reading where I give a whole spiel in the Libra reading. It just might be just for educational purposes and a lot to do with that. Very quickly, very briefly, for the people that are not getting bored already. If you look at witchcraft or anything like that through a natural ability of anything feeling dark, okay, then you would really look at things that wear off. Okay, that wear off. So, okay, I need to go out and buy a load of candles and everything else to do a ritual before I start tarot reading. Right, still cast as some kind of like ritual, right? It wears off. You have to go and buy more candles, you have to go and buy more crystals, you have to go and buy... Some of you could be selling candles, crystals, all of these kind of things, and you people that sell it, and then people are coming back in order to buy more. Because I'm definitely picking up a Libra, definite Libra energy in your reading now. And I, you know, what I was saying in that reading is that you know, if oh man, I hate going over the same thing again. It's the same thing that came out through the Libra reading. You know, like I said, I think someone was asking, you know, about witchcraft and all this sort of stuff. It's good if you're just using candles and things like that, but you know, some people use them in order to get rid of dark energies and get rid of stuff out their head. And I've got to get this X out my head, and I've got to get all of this stuff out my head, and I need to use this in order to do it. Okay, that is still cast as some kind of ritual in a way, because it's a daily routine. So it's something that you do of a routine each day, right? But some people, it's different because they use things in order to get rid of dark magic. Well, that is also still casting out a spell in a way, right? So when you look at the aspect of things running out, when they say, you know, I need to buy more candles because I'm running out, that is still an energy of like witchcraft, when a normal tarot card reader that is general and everybody loses their mind, It's wearing off, it's not working anymore. It's the same kind of thing. This is why I was saying about darkness, that we're always in darkness around Virgo energy, because we live in dark. You can never get rid of dark energy. You are always around dark energy. All of the time. Definitely being around Scorpio energy yourselves, you're always around dark energy. There is nothing that you can do to get rid of dark while we live in it, because you head towards the light. So no matter what you do, you can never get rid of dark energy. Now you can spend money on things like crystals and candles and stuff like that, but you'll be spending money and it'll be wearing out, and then the candle will burn down low, and then you'll get another candle, and then you'll buy another one, and then that will burn down low and you'll buy another one, and then the effects wore off, and then people go into a meditating program and they do all that kind of stuff. It all wears off. The next day they have to do the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. There is nothing that you can ever really do to get rid of your karma. You can keep practicing all of those things, but you're always still going to go back to square one. You'll always be in the dark. You'll always be going through karma all of the time, and things that are very difficult, like planets, so on and so forth. It'll all move. It'll start to make you feel crazy, start to make you feel very etchy and on edge and everything else, and it can make you feel paranoid and sketchy and God knows what else. And it just relates to around your moon sign and how you're communicating and God knows what else. So learning about empathy and dark energies and dark magic, or God knows whatever this energy is here, it's still a darkness that's around you. Okay, it's the Prince of Darkness. So something to do around Prince Philip, which would be Capricorn. So it wouldn't be Prince Philip, but Capricorn Gemini energy is here. So no matter, what people really tell you that you can do it. Of course you can. You can do whatever it is that you like. But each individual person practices a thing differently than others. All of the time. No matter what you do, you practice something different. Okay? So it's a rehearsal. So you can go over it and go over it and go over it and go over it and go over it in your mind and create more of an illusion, and need to do something in order to get rid of it, but I can guarantee you it will come back. It's like the flu. It's like anything. It will go, but it will come back. 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 So you could be dealing with a 7 life path, or a Cancerian, but go, come back, fly away, Pete, fly away, Paul. I don't know why I'm going on about that. Okay, so Scorpio, what's been going on, and the external energies of Scorpio. Sorry, because I sometimes get fed up with listening to my own voice going over the same thing every time. Eat, sleep, breathe, repeat. But yeah, anyway, so external energies. Well, I'm waiting on to get paid at the moment, okay? So external energies is that somebody's playing the waiting game. Impatient, patient. Impatient, outpatience. Some of you are dealing with clients and people, but general aspect of patience is what I'm hearing. Like, I need some patience. I need a little bit of time. We need a little bit of distance, okay? What's going on externally around Scorpio? Okay, yeah, 7 again. 7 and 7. 7-Eleven. Some of you work at a 7-Eleven place. Okay. But yeah, I'm hearing that somebody is just keeping someone waiting because they daren't approach this person because they don't know what they're going to say. So externally, you've got a lot of things that you're kind of like waiting on, but also feeling very defensive at the moment. Like my defenses are up. Like there's something that is going on externally with this other person and with me. And because it is, I feel as if this person's very offensive, which means it doesn't matter what I say to them or what I do to them, they're going to be offended. So I can't speak to you at the moment because I know that you're in a mood and that you're in a temper. And if I do, you're pretty much going to tell me to piss off or something like that. So I really don't want to communicate with you at the time. So what is approaching you externally is just a waiting game, basically. It's the waiting room. Some of you might be going to a doctor's or something and being asked to sit and wait in a waiting room. Okay? Or that you do work in a room, like in a dark room or something. Scorpio, show me the external energies around Scorpio. Okay, King of Swords. So again, there's a female energy here, feminine energy, that's knowing that if I piss off the king, they're going to say something. For some reason, I'm getting picked on. Is what I'm hearing. Like I'm getting picked on. This person's picking on me, making me feel as if I'm to blame, as if I'm accountable for something. And I I'm feeling my way through it, but feeling that someone's picking on me. Somebody, like I'm going to be not offended, but I know that there's no getting through to you at this time because you're not going to listen. And if I try to tell you, you're not going to listen. But then on the other hand, this person might have something of a plan in their head to blame a person. So it's kind of like this mirror, if you like, that is here, this mirror, or Ollie Murs, but like this mirror that seems to be here, where this king is not paying attention to anybody that's causing drama. If you cause drama, don't bother, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so it's this energy that seems to be approaching you at the moment, where it's like business comes first. Business as usual. I'm just going to concentrate on my business, and I don't want anybody fucking with my head, basically, is what I'm hearing. Like, don't mess with my head, don't play games, because you're not going to get anywhere by playing games. Okay. Because sevens are like approaching, or someone is approaching that energy. What is the Seven of Pentacles for? Two of Wands, yeah. So it definitely feels like that there's this decision. Somebody's at work here. Again, it's another reading that I'm doing for you, Scorpio. And if you can notice, sometimes I've kind of got the storyline. I can't really pick one up. Like, it's kind of like it's not making any sense. The sense that doesn't make any. This was around Libra. And I did actually figure out what that was through that. Where it doesn't make any sense. So it was around a friend, and somebody was a friend in need is a friend indeed, but I need you as a friend, but I don't want to be defriended. I don't want to be friend. You're not a friend. Okay, you're not a friend. Man, I can't see again through your reading. I just feel like in turning this reading off. There is some kind of energy around you, Scorpio, that I can't figure out, and it's a Scorpio thing. It really is. That's all I can really put it down to. It's a Scorpio thing. It's this energy where you know, where it is. It's an energy where you know, and it's approaching you, but you know, but the other person isn't admitting something, or they're just doing something themselves, and they're about to blame you for something, and because they are, you know that you can't figure it out because you haven't been told. It's just a feeling, man. It's just a feeling. Because there is no clear signs of communication of anything really making any goddamn sense in this reading. It really isn't. And because it is, it's kind of like this feeling that is around you at the moment where you know that this is approaching you. Say if you're in a partnership, you know that in the background here somebody is doing something around biding their time. And what you feel on the external energy of this is that this person is just biding their time with their frustration and anger that is coming at someone, where it's kind of like, look, whether you do say something or whether you don't say something, you're actually still making me feel pissed off because you're not doing anything. Which means that, look, I've told you time and time again to do things like yourself. Like I've said what is wrong and why it is that things are going slightly out of control in your life. And I've told you on the external that if this is to do with work and money and finances, and I've told you that this is all going on at work, but you're not going to listen to me, you're just pretty much just going to go ahead and do that anyway. Now you've formed opinion and a clique against me. Against me. So it's kind of like this energy of where it's hard to explain, but it's in my head of what it is, if you know what I'm saying. Man, I feel like I'm just like, every Scorpio is looking at me as if to say, man, these readings are so shit. Right? It's just this energy where something is around a person and they're waiting on this person pretty much just to flip out at them. It's kind of like I'm biding my time with this person where I've told them around their money and their finances, but they haven't really listened to me whatsoever. They haven't listened to me whatsoever. Right? And that this person now is probably having a beef at work with someone, and they're coming home extremely pissed off and tired, and then starts to have a go at a partner, but about something, which means that they're directing it at a person. At a person. Like the energy is being directed towards a person. Sorry. Man, what is wrong with your readings just lately, Scorpio, where I can't read for shit for you? Like, I just can't. Well, 7 and 2 is 9, so you've got control, but you've got this energy of force, like a Scorpio feeling. Like, I just know damn well something is going on behind the scenes. I just know it, but nobody else does. But I can assure you I just know that. Okay, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. The Ten of Swords. Again, a load of cards around your external energy that doesn't make a lick of sense, that is pretty much coming towards you. Right. Which means that none of these people that seem to that keep coming towards me are really making any sense whatsoever. Okay, and if you're going to do that and you're just going to sit back and wait and like tempt me to wait, then you can wait as long as you like, because I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm taking a stance of no. You're taking a stance of like making me wait. You can wait as long as you like. I am not doing it. So I'm going to continue on at work and do whatever it is I feel necessary to do what I want to do. If you don't like it and you don't like being around me, then why the fuck is it that you're around me? Again, I think you've had this for a while. If you don't like me and you don't like my energy, then why the fuck is it that you're still around my energy, right? So why is it now that you're just sitting there waiting and not really doing anything, feeling defensive, but that you're now going to come to me and I'm going to get offended, like I'm going to offend you, like a nervous feeling that, ooh, I really need to like stand on eggshells around a person, because I really feel like that if you do reach out, that I'm just going to offend you no matter what I say. And if I do offend you for no matter what I do or what I say, I can never be right or wrong, can I? And because I can't, I know that you're just doing this waiting game now because you're frustrated and pissed off, when I told you for a start, you don't need to take all of this shit out on me. You don't need to blame me for all of this. So when I cut you off, you're now just going to probably play the victim game and say that it's my fault because I'm not doing something that you want. You see, you've got narcissism. You've got somebody that gets highly tempered but then blames someone and wonders why it is that they get strung out. Like a Scorpio, right? Me being a rising, I am so generally easygoing. But when I feel energy coming towards me and you just do that Scorpio thing where you're like, I know damn well that you do this. I fucking know every single little behaviour pattern that you have because I've analysed the situation of a Scorpio water sign, right? So I know damn well that the energy that is coming towards me is as a force. So this is not like Luke Skywalker, right? So it's like this, if I say anything to you and you're in a mood, you're just kind of like now taking the quiet road and not saying anything and going quiet when I know damn well that the energy that is coming towards me is from you. It is coming from you. And someone is creating a mirror here through everything that's going on planetarily, okay? And it's like this temper tantrum that someone has. It could be temperance, it could be Sagittarius. But they have a wobble and they have a temper tantrum and you're like, man, fucking stop, keep like having such a wobble. Like, what is the matter now? Like, there's a bit of trouble. Like, no, there is no trouble. Like, paranoia. Like, someone here could be paranoid and like, fuck. Ten of Wands. King of Wands. You see, I can't even see. Like me, sometimes when I'm reading, cards can actually come out where they don't make any sense whatsoever. Like, they really don't. And that is generally because the cards are not going to. That's because somebody at the moment isn't making a lick of sense in their actions, in their feelings, in their energy. It's just not making any sense. It's not making any money or something like that, or it's just not making anything. Right, and because it isn't, is it really worth me keep doing this and keep doing it and going over it if I'm really not getting anywhere with you? Like, you know, I keep trying to tell you something about like your work and that to calm down at work and stop being so aggressive at work and blah blah blah. Sounds a little bit like me for a minute, but like I keep telling you not to be so aggressive at work and so on and so forth. But then you come at a 7 with a 7, which means like this energy of like nobody really know, like it's kind of like, well, I know that I'm right and you know that you're right, and if you're wrong and I know you're wrong and I think I'm right, then no one's really right or wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just cards that are not making any sense at the moment, and it's probably because of triggers, narcissism, control, violent behaviour. Right, King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Swords, King of Swords, the Four of Swords. Again, it's like this external energy that is around you, that is approaching you, that you kind of like, you know damn well, it's like, it feels like it's over and it's finished and it's done. And like 4 and 1 is 5 of Swords. Like I know that you're just fucking playing games, like you're just acting childish, like you're just doing something that is like not of, it's kind of like someone sticks to a routine, right? They do a routine and they phone you every day and they keep up appearances and everything is great, and then suddenly they just stop. And it comes from this person. They suddenly just stop doing it, right? So they cause a stop, they cause a block. So you stop doing it, right? Then when you stop doing that as well, because you know that it's this other person, they then tell you that it's you, right? So for instance, say there's a female or male energy, right? And they ring you every day and they do something every day repetitively. Every day do I know your pattern of behaviour, because we do it every day. And we do it every day, and we do it every day, and we do it every day and every night, and we go through the same thing every day. And all of a sudden, you have a flip out moment and then you stop, right? And then an adult starts to sulk, right? Everybody does it. An adult starts to sulk. Things go wrong in their life that goes out of control. It isn't a person, it's their life. When their life is out of control, this is why I started saying about people that were the karmics, and say about, well, it's the karmic, it's the karmic, it's the karmic, it's the karmic. It's not. That's why you have dharma and karma, right? Everybody has dharma and karma. Everybody loses things as everybody gains things. So for people that look up and say, yeah, they left me for the karmic, no. They left them for the dharma. That's why. You're the karmic energy, right? Here, if you have nothing, right? So, I'm not being horrible. I'm just saying, like, people leave, people with nothing, which means that everybody's left, nobody's back. Why is that? Violent behaviour, right? Probably violent behaviour. Energies that don't make sense. It's not worth my time and effort to keep doing it. That's why, right? So that's one message there. So energies start to lose interest over things that they're not getting out of this energy, right? So as a relationship, if you're in it, there can be someone that sticks to a general routine every single day, right? Every single day. And 2 would mean judgment. It would also mean a Libra energy, right? So it means that I always go back to work, okay? When I go to work and I invest in time at work, then when I get home and you have discussions around work and how frustrating and fed up it is, if someone has a normal routine of ringing you every day, right, and then all of a sudden they stop, and you're a Scorpio and you go, you know what, I know damn well that you just stopped because of something that is pissing you off, blah, blah, blah. If the time goes on and this person says, no, it was you that doesn't do that, you stopped, but you know the fact that it was this person, this is where this turns into gaslighting, and this is where your head then starts to think, man, you're fucking playing too many games, you're gaslighting me, you're not doing what we normally do, like you've changed the pattern up, like, you know, you do this every single day and we speak every day and blah blah blah, and you do all of that, but then all of a sudden you just stopped, or you just stopped. Why did you just stop all of a sudden doing all of those kind of things? Why is that, right? And then people generally, because they fall out with what people say or do, right? So again, a person suddenly stops doing something and then they start again later. But if a person then says, oh, you know, I stopped, and you're like, well, you stopped doing all of that, they say, no, I didn't, that was you. This person could be gaslighting, a person here, right? Because there's such stop, start, speaking, not speaking at all, not speaking, breaking up, like just like very, very sporadic behaviour of cards that don't make any sense whatsoever, because they don't. Because the pattern of behaviour here isn't of a person that is going through anything that is like, you know, it's all okay and everything is good. There can be an individual person here of thinking, well, why is it that everything all of a sudden is just stopped? Why has everything just stopped? Well, that is like retrograde. That is backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. It's kind of like I have no motivation and everything else, and I really want to get going, and I really want to get going, but then all of a sudden everything just stops coming in, and it stops, and then it keeps going, and then it stops. But I want to get going, and I want to get moving, and I want to get motivated, but I can't because I don't have the energy. Right? That's retrograde. That's also what is also going on around the Gemini part. Right? So it's kind of like I want to get going, and there's so much I want to get done and finish, but I can't because I just don't have the motivation, and I don't have that feeling that this connection itself is really working because it's requiring too much effort. And because it is, I feel like it's 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps back, 1 step forward. And it feels like that. And it feels like a complete and utter retrograde moment, if I'm honest, externally. So what that means to me is that you've probably given up on a lot of projects and on a lot of things, on a lot of time wasting energies where it's like, my time is precious, and to wait around and just sit here and doing all of this, investing my time into it, really doesn't really feel like I'm getting like a reward from it, or like I don't see as if like, that you're, because I'm also starting to see like your love life here. It's like this very confusing way that this person has to suddenly just stop doing something, but their energy is of waiting. Like they start something and then they don't continue it. Like they start and then they stop. Because these energies can be like ghosting and hanging up on people, right? Meaning like 1 minute we were talking and then the next minute we're not talking. And then we were talking, but then the next minute we wasn't talking. And you have this energy of like talking and then suddenly just stop talking, and like why were we talking and then all of a sudden we wasn't talking? Do you know what I mean? And it is like that retrograde feeling of like, nah, this just, it doesn't add up, it doesn't make sense, it's pointless, it's not worth my time, I'm exhausted, I'm fed up. Because I am, if my partner is also in this scenario, and I am partnered up with a person, but at this present time here, that we are not speaking at all, that's because somebody holds back the energy to go into like, I'm not speaking to you because of something, and it might be because of work. Because of that, now I am now holding the energy back, and I'm causing a delay. Right? So you're holding things up, you're causing a delay. Why is that? If this person suddenly starts to reach out in your weekly reading, and then the other reading I'll tell you about that I'm going to do, okay, if they start to do that, but they say, no, it's because you stopped when it was this person originally. Always look back to patterns of behaviour of like somebody stopping doing something, right? Why is it that they stopped doing something? Right, because there's a reason always that goes back slightly in energy of like, so why is it that you stopped doing something? If that person doesn't admit that, if they don't admit that, and they have a way of like then gaslighting a person to say, no, that's because you stopped, and you're like, no, I stopped because of blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So people can start to create a gaslighting moment, which means that they question people's reality because they don't know. So as a feeling, it's kind of like that, well, I feel it and I know that you stopped doing it, but I don't really know why because you never really told me. And then it's kind of like, yeah, but it's because it just doesn't feel right. That's why it doesn't feel right. Like communicating at this time doesn't feel right because you're in a temper, you're in a mood, you're fed up, you're pissed off. So how can I communicate with you when you're pissed off? Well, then how can I communicate with you while you're pissed off? So this could be a general energy here of like you not communicating with each other because of a retrograde moment and people's energy being very pissed off. But again, you can be a person that does talk to someone, they get really annoyed and really frustrated and really fed up and really angry, and because they do, that causes separation and stops speaking. The moment is of an energy of a momentary lapse of reason, right? I couldn't reason with you, I couldn't talk with you, there was too much shit going on, you was too like tetchy and so on and so forth. Because you was, we stopped speaking, right? So it needs time. But then if somebody starts getting like a Sagittarius energy of like, 1 minute they're very patient and they're very good, and then the next minute they're not patient and they're like temper tantrum and everything else, and then they're very relaxed and they do like a bipolar type sort of like, where their energy level is very like okay, and then it's not okay, and then it's okay, and then it's not okay, and then it's okay, and then it's like feeling sick in a boat. Right? So it's like, well, 1 minute you were okay, and then the next minute you're extremely pissed off. And if you are extremely pissed off, then why is it that I would want to hang around being blamed for that? Because you can't ever really blame a king for being a king, right? So you've kind of got these energies that have been like leaving people alone because they're in a temper tantrum, right? Because I'm really picking up like a huge energy of Sagittarius here. Huge energy of Sagittarius. But Sagittarius is also a 5, so Taurus, Sagittarius, right? If you're watching this and you're a Scorpio, but you're watching it as an Aries, and you're like, oh my God, my partner is a Sagittarius, that's why, right? That would be why. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter who you're coupled up with because of the numerology placements of. Yeah, but if I'm honest, it feels like that. To be honest, also, sorry Scorpio for you avid followers or not, but we're going to just go straight over to Patreon because I don't know, like Scorpio people are all like fell off, and I don't know, Libra and Scorpio are the people that I really struggle in order to like get any subscribers. So I don't really want to sit here for an whole hour. So if you do want like the rest of your reading, what we're going to do is a weekly reading for you, and then it will be how does your partner think and feel, and how do you think and feel, right? Now if this is relating to friends or people around you, I also then look at the story of what that is and what people are thinking about people. But generally we look at what's going through your mind, right? So how you're thinking about your partner. So basically we look at your partner's thoughts and feelings, and then we look at your thoughts and feelings and how you compare both of them, because I'm doing like a you versus them-ish type thing, but with thoughts and feelings and what are in both mind. Because your mind is what creates a fight. Your mind is what creates the energy between you. So if you're both thinking and feeling a certain thing, and you're both thinking and feeling a certain way, that is how we give you the information of like the advice then, which would be like, it's probably best not to communicate during this time, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. This person's going through that, that's what's in their mind. You could well be going through this, this is what's in your mind, so on and so forth. And if these relate to friends as well as mothers and partners, which I will also look at, that is also what you will get. Okay, so we switched it around. It really worked within the Libra reading, and I think that was the first or second one that I did, and the energy really came up completely different, because it was showing me a partnership that was in the past here, that where someone was in like a very happy situation and they were happy-go-lucky. That ended up being a friend. That friend also appeared up in the reading here and here. That also ended up being a child, but that also ended up being a relationship. Okay, so if you know me as a reader, you kind of know how deep I look into it, but at the moment I can't work out anything in your external energies that are really making any sense. So we're going to go over to Patreon and find out what that is. If you would like to join, it is the full access bundle only. There is a new, I don't know if it's out yet because I haven't made it, I've made the music, but there's free music over there and it's called Rain. The Rain. Okay, but if you like it, it is over there. It is only a part of the full access bundle. You get that free with the videos. But I am probably saying this as I've probably made it and put it out on YouTube. But if you would like the MP3 and you would like music in advance when I make it, it goes up on the full access bundle, and that is also a part of a download that you can download if you like the music. If not, you can just wait to see if it comes out on YouTube at some point. But it is over there. It's a 10-minute one. It goes sort of like gospel, and then it goes slow into a jazzy feel. Okay. What else? But every link, video, everything is provided below. Everything now will be over on the full access bundle. That's where you got yearlies, weeklies, bi-weeklies, all the weeks that come out through the month. That's where they go, the full access bundle. A reading for you, what you got coming up for your month, for your week. and then, man, retrograde. What's coming up for your week, and then that you versus them of thoughts and feelings of your partner's head. Okay, all right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll hopefully see you over there.